want to begin this lesson with a story. So, one day I decided to cook pancakes, and I had a little bit of the mix left. I didn't exactly have enough, so I just decided to mix it up and see how many pancakes I had, and then I would just divide it out evenly for who all showed up. So I got out a few plates. I got out 4 plates, and here's my plates right here. Here's one plate, here's another plate. If you can tell, that's the bottom of the plate. Here's another plate, and then I had one more plate. I had 4 plates. So as I'm cooking, I'm flipping the pancakes, and I get one pancake off and I put it on this plate, right? Right, there's a pancake. Well, I move that plate out of the way and I put another pancake, because it comes off, onto this plate. Well, then I'm not thinking about what I'm doing, and I go and I put another pancake on top of this one. So now I've got 2 pancakes on that plate. I move it to the side, like, oh, I need to come back to this first one. But then I forget about that, and I go ahead and I put a pancake on this plate, and then I put another pancake on this plate, and I'm looking at the batter and thinking, oh, let me put another pancake here, and then I'll even these out later. And then it occurred to me that I had completely forgot about this plate. So I put a pancake here, forgetting how many I had on the other plate. I put a pancake here, and I put a pancake here, and then I put 2 more pancakes here, because the other 2 plates got moved because somebody came along and put them on the table thinking they were ready. And then I had 1 pancake left, and I decided to drop it on this plate. Well, there's 4 of us in my family, and we all love pancakes, and it's only fair if we get to have them evenly. Let me draw these 2 pancakes a little bit better. This bothered me. All right, so here's a pancake. Here's another pancake. So there was 1 pancake on this plate, 2 pancakes on this plate, 4 pancakes on this plate, and 5 pancakes on this plate. I wanted everybody to have the same number of pancakes, mostly because I didn't want to end up with a plate that only had 1 on it, because I knew that as my kids and my husband came through, they're going to get the plates that have more pancakes on them. So before everybody woke up and came into the kitchen, I decided to do some rearranging, but I needed to figure out how many pancakes everybody was going to get. And the way I needed to do that was to find the average number of pancakes. The average number of something is when you take a certain number or a quantity of numbers and you add them all together, and then you divide by the quantity that you have so that everything is divided equally. So that is what I did. I said 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 5, and that came out to be 12. So then I said, okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 plates. We divide that by 4 and see how many pancakes everybody gets. 12 divided by 4 is 3. So I took 2 of the pancakes from here, and I put them over here on the plate that only has 1. And I took 1 of the pancakes from here and put it over here on the plate that had 2. Now everybody had 3 pancakes, and I didn't have to worry about anybody leaving me with just 1. And that is what average is all about. Average is about adding up a list of numbers and then getting a total and dividing by the number of, or the quantity of the numbers. And then you can figure out what the average is. It's kind of like dividing up those pancakes. So let's jump into example 12.1. I'm going to clear the board. not 12.1, 21.1. We're further along than that. I need to find the average of 1,765, 93, 742, and 21,050. Oh, goodness. So I have 4 numbers here. I'm just going to decide for myself that these numbers represent 4 bags of M&Ms. And I want to divide them evenly between my other 3 friends, between the 4 of us before they get over here to my house. So I'm going to add them all together, and then I'm going to divide by 4, and then that's how much each one of us will get. All right, so we just put them on top of each other, and we add. So that's going to be 10, carry 1. That is going to be 25, carry 2. 14, 15, 16, carry 1, 3, and the 2. All right, so 23,650, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4 of us. So we're going to divide this by 4. And actually, I'm just going to take this number and write it over here and divide it by 4. 4 goes into 23 5 times. 5 times 4 is 20. Subtract that. 36. 4 goes into 36 9 times. 9 times 4 is 36. 0. I bring down the 5. Goes in 1 time. 1 times 4 is 4. I have 1 left. 4 goes into 10 2 times. 2 times 4 is 8. And then I subtract, and I have 2 left. I put my decimal right here because I'm going to need more numbers to solve this. Let's bring the decimal down. 4 goes into 20 5 times. 5 times 4 is 20. And I have no remainder. So I need to figure out how to put 5,912 M&Ms and a half of one in each bag. That is the average of these 4 numbers. An average, again, it's just when you add a group of numbers together, get the total, and then divide by however many numbers you had in your list in the first place. It's like you're taking a quantity from this person and a quantity of something from this person and a quantity of something from this person. You're putting it all together, and then you're splitting it up evenly. That's what an average is. All right, so let's try one more. (21.2). We need to find the average of 8, 17, 14, 10, 18, 6, 13, and 12. So we have to add all of those together. So I'm going to look at these numbers, and I'm going to pair them up. First, let me count them. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 numbers. So I'm going to divide by 8 when I find out what the sum is. All right, so now that I know how many numbers we have, I am going to add them together. And I'm just going to group them together in a way that makes the most sense. So I have 6 plus 14, that equals 20. All right, that's that one and that one. I have 17 plus 13 equals 30. That's that one and that one. I have 18 plus 12. That's 30. That's this one and this one. And then I have 8 plus 10, that's 18. That's the last pair. So that's 4 groups of 2, so that's 8 numbers. Now I'm just going to add these together. That's 8, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 98. So 8 goes into 98 how many times? So it's 1. 8 goes into 18 2 times. Let's put the decimal and a 0. 2 times 8 is 16. And we have a remainder of 2. 8 goes into 20 2 times. 2 times 8 is 16. I have a remainder of 4. We need another 0. And 5 times 8 is 40. No remainder. So 12.25 is the average of these 8 numbers. So you saw how I did that? I grouped them together in a way that made it easy for me to add them and then cross them off my list so I didn't make a mistake and duplicate anything or forget anything. And then I was able to add them really quickly, and then I divided. All right, let's do, is there one more? There's one more. Let's try it. All right, so this is a reverse add. This tells me the average of 4 numbers is 10. 3 of the 4 numbers are 2, 14, and 7. What is the 4th number? All right, so we're going to do this in reverse. Before we divided a total to get the average. So now the opposite of division is multiplication. So we're starting with the average and working our way backwards. So if we had 4 numbers and the average was 10, then our total of the 4 numbers was 40. So this was our sum. So now instead of adding the numbers together, we're going to subtract. We're going to subtract the numbers we know to find the number we don't know. So I'm going to start with 2. Gives me 38, minus 14, that gives me 24, minus 7, that gives me 17. So 17 is the 4th number. Now we can check that. It's really easy to check. All we have to do is add 17 to 14 and 7. And that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 20. Carry 2, 3. That's 40. We have 4 numbers. 40 divided by 4 is 10. So we know that the answer that we came up with, 17, is correct. So remember, when you are given the average and you're told how many numbers there are, we multiply the quantity of numbers times the average. Then we subtract, which is the opposite of the addition. We did the addition here. In order to find the number that's missing, we have to subtract the numbers we know to get the number we don't know, right? And then you can always double check by adding all the numbers and doing the process the regular way. And that is all we have for lesson 21. If you have any questions about average, please message me. Send me those screenshots so I know how to help you. I will see you guys in lesson 22.